cascading of messaging. Talk
Yeah,
about
so this is a not a unique thing. We don't really see it much, but it definitely happens. When I was a kid, I go to the lake and we throw rocks into the lake. Sometimes you skip them across the water, right? But the idea of cascading a messaging is to throw rocks into the pond. And when those rocks hit the pond, that message or those ripples will cascade out. Now they change, right? And they're never the same as they were when the rock hit the water, but they cascade out towards the shore. But the thing is, when you're watching those ripples cascade out towards the shore, you can always tell where those ripples originated from in the pond. You can tell, even if the ripples have faded, even the cascading is not visible anymore. You can really kind of tell by the size of them. And that's what I do every day. That's what you guys are doing, is you're cascading. You're putting messages out there, right? You're trying to drive a narrative. You're trying to drive a message. And so you're cascading. But the same goes for the right. And we can always trace back where these messages come from. And we were talking about one instance, and I believe it is a Good Liar video and it was just the other day, a woman standing waiting for a Trump Nazi rally, and she's standing behind, and she's in the sheep pen. You know, I'm talking about, they got the sheep fences to keep the sheep in line to go into they're red hat sheep. So they got to keep them in the sheep pen. And he's asking her about the weather and the weather manipulation. And she's trying to Facebook explain it to him, right? She knows she's seen all these posts on Facebook. And she starts off by saying, yes, they manipulate the weather. And they
always
do it with
they.
Right. Always they mean the Jews. It's always they. And she says cloud seeding. She gets that word out. She knows the words cloud seeding, right? And then that turns into, I believe she says, she doesn't say amplification. I think she says magnification. So I don't know if she's talking about magnetize or I'm not really sure. You know, the vaccine it made you magnetic at some point. So I don't know if we're magnetizing or magnifying.
Yeah.
But she says magnifying, but it almost feels like she's saying magnetizing. But whatever. The storm gets bigger and bigger, and then it goes to an area and it wipes it out like a parking lot, I think she says. And then obviously, they want lithium, places to mine lithium. And the reason why they want places to mine lithium is because Kamala Harris's husband is Doug Emhoff, and he owns I don't know why he owns lithium mines. I'm not really sure. He's a Jew. I don't know why he owns lithium mines. She's talking about Jews, but she doesn't know she's talking about Jews. And that's the point, right? So she gets all these little ripples from this cascaded message that has been tossed into the pond that, yes, it is the Jews that are controlling the weather. You know, that's
Taylor Green and
right.
The whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah. They, like you said. So that's the message that has been tossed into the pond. And all those little ripples, the seeding, the cloud seeding, the lithium mine, the Doug Emhoff, she catches all those little ripples, but it all goes back to that one rock that is tossed into the pond, the anti-Semitic rock, as it were.
And Trump is the weaver, weaving all of these
Well,
things
I actually don't believe that. I believe that Trump is on the shore watching these things happen, and he is interpreting these things that are happening.
He calls himself the weaver because he's doing what she did.
Right.
He's circling and coming up this thing here and this cascading and this ripple here. He's doing the exact same thing.
Excuse me. He doesn't call himself a weaver.
And he's calling it weaving.
No. An English professors told him he was a weaver.
Oh, that's right.
Sir,
who wrote a paper.
Excuse me, sir, you're a weaver. You're a weaver, sir. They said, sir, you're a weaver. Is that how he says it?